All right, John, you often hear people talking about wanting to get rich enough to have you money, but rarely do people say you to the people who just made them rich. But that is exactly what South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone did last night in this season's first episode of South Park, which featured a running, very graphic, very hilarious joke about Trump having a teeny tiny penis. Here's a quick clip from this first episode, and then we'll explain all the context and what it says about, I think, the pop culture kind of turning on Donald Trump.
Okay.
Let's watch.
Another random commented on my Instagram that you're on the Epstein list.
The Epstein list? Are we still talking about that?
Well, are you on the list or not? It's weird that whenever it comes up, you just tell everyone to relax.
I'm not telling everyone to relax. Relax, guy.
No, I need counseling. You remind me more and more of this other guy I used to date. Like, a lot.
That was a video of Donald Trump in bed with Satan.
Yeah.
It reprises a bit from the 1999 movie South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Amazing name. In that film, Satan was dating Saddam Hussein.
So that's who he was referencing.
Yes, in this movie, Saddam is now dating Donald Trump. John, I definitely remember my mom walking into the room when I was watching that movie in high school, I think, and it being a little bit awkward.
I remember South Park from high school. Okay, I did not expect that. I have not seen any of the clips.
I love this.
You saw the whole episode. I have not seen it.
I love this. Okay, so the context here is that Paramount just cut a $1.5 billion deal with Trey Parker and Matt Stone to get 50 new episodes of South Park and the rights to stream all the old episodes on Paramount Plus. It's going on for 27 seasons, a huge property. Paramount owns CBS, which recently settled a lawsuit with Donald Trump, who alleged that 60 Minutes deceptively edited an interview with Donald Trump, and that somehow harmed his campaign. I believe he won the campaign, but no matter. It was obviously an absurd lawsuit, but CBS agreed to pay Trump $16 million. And then, according to President Trump, Paramount will also provide Trump with $20 million more in advertising or PSAs or other programming. Also, as we've discussed, CBS just announced The Late Show with Stephen Colbert will be canceled, which many people thought was a favor to Donald Trump because Colbert is a huge Trump critic. Trump celebrated the move. But here's another clip from this South Park episode that shows how they feel about Paramount's decisions.
Break bread with me. This is my body, given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Now just eat the bread and listen. I didn't want to come back and be in the school, but I had to because it was part of a lawsuit and the agreement with Paramount.
The president's suing you?
The guy can do whatever he wants now that someone back down, okay? Eat the bread, eat the bread. You guys saw what happened to CBS? Yeah, well, guess who owns CBS? Paramount. You really want to end up like Colbert? You guys gotta stop being stupid.
Wasn't the last time we saw Jesus on South Park when he was doing coke with Santa?
2019.
Yeah.
Jesus was doing cocaine with Santa. Last night, so he returns because the president wants him to bring Christianity back to education. It was a little hard to hear there because Jesus is supposed to be whispering. But what he's saying is, you guys saw what happened to CBS. You really want to end up like Colbert. Just shut up or we're going to be canceled. If someone has the power of the presidency and also has the power to sue and take bribes, then he can do anything to anyone. That takes some balls, huh?
I mean, also potential lawsuits aside, the merger hasn't gone through yet. That's the best part of this whole thing. That they have those assholes have bent over backwards to give Trump every single thing he wanted to get this merger approved, and then this happens.
Yeah, and I think the way these guys work, there's a great documentary, it's called, I think, 6 Days to Air. They basically put the show together, they sketch out the idea for the show on a Monday, and they ship it on a Friday. So there's probably there's probably approval for standards, what you can say, but probably not a lot of time for the corporate overlords to have seen this episode. The White House was not happy. They released this long, whiny statement that included, this show hasn't been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. I don't know that was all that desperate. That was pretty gutsy.
They also, apparently Rolling Stone said that they talked to people at the White House and they're like, have the clips been making their way around the White House? And they said, yeah, of course.
Of course. That's so good.
Yeah, the headline there was, Trump White House rages over South Park episode, calls show forthright. That's from the quote.
That makes me so happy.
I know.
So I watched the full episode last night. You have not had time to see it. It starts with Cartman being upset that NPR has been defunded and canceled because he likes to watch or listen to NPR and then make fun of all the dumb liberals. And he's really worried that woke has died. And then he doesn't know what his existence will be if wokeness is now dead. So the residents of South Park, they get mad because religion is being forced into the classroom, literally Jesus.
Yeah.
And because the president's turning into a dictator and because he's in the Epstein files. So they hold a protest. So this is South Park's take on how 60 Minutes would cover the protest.
This is 60 Minutes. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Oh, God. The small town of South Park, Colorado is protesting against the president. The townspeople claim that the president, who is a great man.
A great man.
Great guy. We know he's probably watching. And we are just reporting on this town in Colorado that's being sued by the president, and they are fighting back.
And just to be clear, we don't agree with them.
No. We think these protesters are total...
Obviously, some language there we wouldn't use ourselves.
Yeah.
But again, like these guys are fearlessly going after Paramount, which just paid them $1.5 billion for bowing to Trump, settling this lawsuit, and also messing with 60 Minutes coverage.
Also, what a great way to make the whole 60 Minutes thing seem, and CBS and Paramount, the whole thing look fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, like, that's how you want to cover them.
It's so... oh, God. Oh, God.
And the bomb, the ticking bomb.
Yes, it's so good. The final scene of the episode is incredible. We will not air it here because it's just like, it's too graphic. It's like AI generated.
Oh, too bad.
I know. The final two sentences of the episode are, quote, "I'm Donald J. Trump and I approve this message." That is spoken by Donald Trump's penis. And then a voiceover says, "His penis is teeny tiny, but his love for us is large." It's like one of those weird Jesus commercials.
So that I saw because at about 9:30 last night, you texted that clip to every text chain I'm on with you, which is there's a lot of them. And it is this like Donald Trump's wandering through the desert, gets naked. He's got a tiny penis. The penis is talking. It's wild.
They went for it so hard. But so obviously this is enjoyable because Donald Trump's a terrible person. But I do think there's sort of like a meta point that's interesting. There's just like pop culture is turning on Trump. And it's not like the Colbert liberal comedy space. It's South Park, which love them or hate them. Like they hammer everybody, right? Like but they're about fighting for free speech and freedom of expression, and they don't like censorship. But like, I mean, I think that will be incredibly influential in the kind of comedy space.
Yes, and whether it's the South Park creators, whether it's some of the podcasts that Trump went on, in the 2024 election, I think what unites them all is they don't like the government trying to cover something up, right? That's the Epstein files. They don't like censorship, like you just said. So everything, and they don't like whiny fucking babies,
right?
Which is what Donald Trump has become in the last.
Has always been.
He's always been.
Yes.
But for at least you could say like the first couple months of the administration, he's winning everything. He feels good, confident. He doesn't have that confidence anymore.
No.
He's back to being like lashing out, yelling, being upset about everything. Suing people, doing all this shit. Like that just doesn't seem strong. First of all,
think about where we were a year ago with Donald Trump. He had just been shot in the ear. There's iconic image of him draped in, like, covered in blood, screaming "fight, fight, fight," and pumping his fist.
Yeah.
How far he's fallen from that to this is pretty incredible.
Yeah. Now it's just him and his micro penis.
Okay, so you're right. The Epstein files are also like turning really popular podcasters, really popular comedians against Trump and leading them to criticize him. Here is one comedian, a comedian named Shane Gillis.
You can't promise the list and go, guys, what are you worried about this list we promised you guys?
I know. It's also so funny how clearly they got the list and went, guys, who even cares? Like, they obviously the whole time leading up to it were like, fuck that, we're going to get that fucking list. And then one day they were like, what are we even talking about?
Also, you get the list and you go, me 7 times?
Me again? Son of a bitch.
I will say, when I was
bro, that could have happened to anybody. Not on an Epstein list, but when it comes to like, I didn't do that.
Dude,
there you go.
To be fair, when I was in grade school,
I did that. Son of a bitch. I did that so many times. Dude. Everything bad that's ever happened to me, I've gone, I didn't do that.
So you and I did a thing.
Shane Gillis is so funny.
So for those who don't know, Shane Gillis is like maybe the most popular comedian in the world right now. Like, he's exploded, and he's beloved by like the Joe Rogan fan base, beloved. And he's not like a MAGA guy. Like he jokes about how he has like early onset republicanism because he watches a lot of World War II docs.
We've both enjoyed Shane Gillis long before.
His comedy specials are hilarious. He's got a show on Netflix called Tires that's incredibly popular. He's just like blowing up. But he also, I think you and I did a rapid response video, YouTube video about how he hosted the ESPYs.
Yeah.
And also had some great jokes about Trump, including one about the Epstein list disappearing, but also one that was very funny, being like, can we just stop pretending that Joe Biden, can we just stop pretending that Donald Trump understands football? Every time a football team comes to the White House, he's like, hey, receiver, like he just narrates it like
they're the best. This guy, they're the best right here.
Yeah.
That's what I keep saying.
I don't know. It's really interesting to see the like Trump bubble burst in this specific kind of space, this comedy space.
I don't think you need to go deep into the Epstein files or the conspiracies around it to realize. I mean, it's pretty simple to understand.
Yeah.
It's like, we want the list. We got the list. Oh no, I'm all set. That's it. I mean, that's it. It's an easy thing to understand.
Yeah.
And he seems bullshit.
And he seems like he's lying. And I think, people might be wondering, why are you guys talking about this so much? Why has this become the focus of the Democrats? And it's because Trump ran as this outsider who was going to destroy the establishment and the elites and the people who bend the rules and break the law and are running the government secretly. And now he seems like he's covering up for them.
And we're doing this because politics is downstream of culture. And if the culture is starting to shift against Trump, then, we can talk however we want on Pod Save America and get into all of our fucking nerdy debates. But like when South Park's going after you like that,
Yeah.
and you're losing Shane Gillis and Andrew Schultz and all this, like that's a big problem.
Right. And because the end goal, right, is the 2026 midterms and a bunch of Republican members of Congress who are suddenly more worried about losing a general election because they're doing everything Trump asked than losing a primary because Trump comes in and endorses their opponent.
Who have always been much less popular than Trump and much bigger fucking losers than Donald Trump.
That's true. That is very true. So, man, great work.
Good stuff.
Thank you, South Park, for making us laugh for many, many years. Please keep it up.
Yeah.
And also, subscribe to Pod Save America here on YouTube.
Please do.
We're trying to defeat people like Ben Shapiro, Benny Johnson, who got 2.2 million new YouTube followers in the first 3 months of this year.
Ridiculous.
Nuts. And that's really bad because when people search for political news on YouTube, they find right-wing crap. And what we're trying to do is help them find factual information from a progressive perspective. And when you subscribe to Pod Save America, you help us surface that information in the algorithm. So subscribe. It's free.
Do it. Takes 5 seconds.
It's free. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. Click subscribe.
Boom.
Subscribe. Thank you.